What is up, Pisces? It's your girl Kelly coming straight at you for the Queen Tarot Bee in Boston. Straight from my bed, and today's good mood is sponsored by this here cup of coffee. Just letting you know, I am on bed rest. My office is not done yet. Almost done, but not quite. But since I'm on bed rest, I figured I would drag all my stuff in here and I would do my readings from bed. I just want you guys to keep in mind that I do have visiting nurses and PTs and OTs and all this kind of thing. Plus, I have doctor's appointments at the hospital regularly, so I'm trying to keep up with the schedule as best I can. You're typically going to get 2 readings a month for right now, until this whole thing of stealing readings lightens up a little bit. But for cross watchers, welcome to the Queen Tarot Bee. Feel free to like, subscribe, share, whatever you want to do. I'm not big on selling myself. I let my readings do the work. For everybody's sanity here, I'm going to say Pisces, even though it can come in your significant other's energy or somebody else's energy, a friend, a family member, whoever you're cross-watching for. Just keep in mind that it can come in someone else's energy. Also, you know, this is a very loving, positive community. So if you're new here, welcome, welcome. We just ask that you be respectful. We try to control the pages as much as possible with the trolls and the frenemies and the jealous people. So anyway, Pisces, you guys are really, really having a hard time, it feels like. It feels like nothing's working out for you. Every time I try to get a read on love, it's like your love life is blocked. It's like I try to get a read on your work life is blocked. Your career is blocked. It's like you have major, major blockages going on in your life right now. Some of them feel like you're supposed to go down a different path, and some of them feel like they've been put there by other people. I see there's a major frustration around work. I think you either may have lost your job or are going through a very hard time at your job. It continues to show me pentacles, and it shows me that you are running low on money, patience. Something is going on with your career that it's almost like the universe is telling you they want you to take a different path. I have an afro today. Sorry, guys. It's almost like the universe is trying to tell you to take a different path instead of going down this path where you've been going down, where you're in this career, but it's not. Don't want you guys to tip over. You're in this career, but it's not fruitful for you. It's not producing the money that you want it to produce, or it's not producing the amount of work you want it to produce. And it feels like a dead end. And although you love it, you love what you do, it seems like you're not getting fulfillment out of what you do. And so you either quit your job, lost your job, or you're just, you're seeking work. Now, you guys are really going through a serious tower moment, because in losing your job, I feel like you lost a lot of other things, maybe an apartment, your car, your whole foundation, the very foundation of what you built for yourself. But it feels like after a while of being inside yourself, you guys are going to come out and things are going to be okay. You're going to come out of this tower moment, and it's going to take you a little bit. You're going to be inside yourself for a while trying to figure this out. What new direction is it that the universe wants me to go in? Looks a little bit here like you got ass over tea kettles, and that's what I say when the universe gets you because you didn't do what they've been kindly prompting you and kind of pushing you to do. It's like we don't get the memo, so they ass over tea kettle us. They take your car, your ability to pay for things, your home, your everything. And it seems cruel at the time, but they always provide for you. You find yourself on a different path, a different life path, a different spiritual path. And so even though it's scary, I think the human beings' inability to let go of things. We get used to things, they become like a security blanket, right? We get used to things being the way they are, and if they're comfortable, we don't want to let them go. We don't want to make changes. We don't want to. It's a fear of the unknown. Letting go of what you're used to and potentially getting something back that isn't good for you or wasn't worth taking the chance of losing that stability on. So it feels like you're going to be inside yourself for a while trying to figure out what the hell it is the universe wants you to do. Now, I've been ass over tea kettled 4 times in my life, okay? And I'm an Aries. I like to take chances. And when I say I'm an Aries sun and an Aries rising. So I'm like Aries as they come. The only thing different is my moon, which is Leo. And my Venus is in Taurus. I have been ass over tea kettled 4 times in my life, and it is the most scary moment that you can have when you have no idea how you're going to provide for yourself or maybe your family or what you're going to do. And in this country right now, there's not many options. There's no housing. The housing lists are like 10 years long. The shelters are all full. It's like this country has really gone from upper class to lower class poverty, like just straight to poverty. There's no middle class anymore. They've wiped that out. And so it's a very scary feeling when you don't even have that middle class to fall back on because you can't afford it. But it looks like here, after coming out of that, you guys are really headed for some happiness, a happy moment with the sun. It looks like you're headed for some really good times, but at this moment, it's like all your communication is shut off. All of um your happiness has kind of been stripped away. Maybe it was a boss that didn't like you. Maybe it was a boss you couldn't get along with. But it feels like you've even shut yourself off from friends, family, like you just completely shut down and given up on things. And we all know, Pisces, that doesn't work. Because if you shut down and give up on things, then the universe doesn't, there's no, let me put it this way. When you work with quantum physics like I do, we're talking about the dimensions here. We're talking about us living our best life all the way down to us living our worst possible life. Now, if you give up, you're living your worst possible life because you don't get out there for the universe to put opportunity in front of you. So even though you don't feel like being around people, but trust me, I know the feeling after being in and out of hospitals and people poking at me constantly and needles and all of this and doctors and all of that and people coming into my home. And I understand you don't want to be around people when you're going through stuff. But if you don't put yourself out there, these opportunities can't present themselves to you. If you're locked in your home and an opportunity that you were supposed to walk by and say, meet somebody who could find you a different career path or changes your mind or is inspirational in some way. If you don't put yourself out there for those opportunities, then those opportunities don't come, right? Well, in the dimensions, that's going to keep you living your worst life. Where you want to be is vibrating in 5D. Know that everything's going to be okay. This is not the end of your world. It is showing me here that we got the sun. So we got the sun here, right? But it is letting me know that your lack of communication and lack of being opportunistic is putting a hindrance on this and making it prolong more than it should. Um, it shows me too that there's somebody in your vicinity that probably was a love interest, very persuasively, emotionally, just Rico Suave type. For guys, it's whatever the equivalent of that is. I don't know what the hell. But this person seems to be really savvy with words, really savvy to get what they want. But there's a warning here to look out for this person. They're trying to gain from you. They're trying to whatever they can get from you, whatever they can gain from you is what they're there for. They're not there for any good cause. They're not going to offer you a relationship or what it is that this person is offering you. A partnership or whatever BS they're feeding you. It looks to me like they're trying to just get money out of you. I don't know if you're trying to start a business for some of you with people, and these are business partners you're looking into, but this person is very untrustworthy. They're there just for the dough. It's strictly for money. Don't give them anything, because they're letting greed get the best of them. So they're taking people for money. But they seem all emotional and kind and loving, and whatever this person is for you, whether it's a family member, whether it's a friend or a significant other. I'm making these readings a lot more generalized so that it fits in easier with the general public rather than just specific situations. I'm very good at zeroing in on situations, but I can see the forest from the trees as well. And this to me looks like a bad opportunity. Don't invest, don't give money, whatever this person is there for, don't give it to them. You've got the King of Cups in the upright, but hiding behind him is the Knight of Coins in reverse. Now, this guy doesn't give an offer, this Knight of Coins, to begin with. He never quite gets there to give the offer. He's so obsessed with this pentacle that he never gets there. He's the slowest knight in the deck. He never really makes that offer. So although this person appears emotional and emotionally invested, financially invested, however invested they're appearing to be, this is showing me that they're not. And we've got the Devil here as well. I know the glare. I'll get it fixed eventually, but it is my bed. With that is the Ten of Pentacles as well behind them. So there's a lot going on here. There's a real big story going on here, and I feel like you're not the first person they've done this to. You may receive contact from someone else that they've done it to as well, trying to warn you. Heed that warning. Don't give this person anything. They have no good intention for you. So heed that warning, because it's not every day that people warn you and the tarot warns you as well that this person really has no good plans there. They really have no offer to make. They're just there for the taking, not for the giving. Again, I keep running into the Eight of Coins, which talks about work. It talks about working hard for what you want and putting in the work. And it's showing me here that, ignore my phone, please. It's showing me here with the Eight of Pentacles that, again, your career path is not working out for you. Whatever it is that you have going on is not working out for you. Whatever you've chosen, spiritually, this is not where the divine want you to be. They want you to be somewhere else. They want you to be on a different life path, on a different spiritual path, a different journey. And I get the feeling like a lot of you know what this is, but you're afraid to take that leap. You're afraid to let go of the devil you know versus the devil you don't know. You know that this will pay your bills, but it's not steady. And so it's showing me here a real need, death, with the work card, a real need for a change, a massive transformation in your career and what you do. And not just, it's like I'm telling you, you got ass over tea kettled. I know you guys did, because we've also got the Knight of Swords here as well. And the Knight of Swords comes in with very swift news, and he delivers it very quickly, and it's almost like he comes in and lops off a head and rides off. That's just how quick he comes in. And it kind of, the universe had it was like a piano. You're walking down the street and a piano falls on you. It's like that's the type of that the universe was trying to get from you. They ass over tea kettled you here. So whatever message they've been sending you about making changes, you now have no choice. It's necessary for you to make those changes. My hair's tickling me. It's getting so long in the front. I'm growing it down to my waist, so we will see. It feels like this person or the situation just came in really fast and changed your situation, and now you have no choice. Where before the universe was kind of pushing you, accommodating you, things like that. Now it's like you've had no choice. You've had to go in a different direction because this no longer works for you. The universe made it so it no longer works out for you. And you may be devastated for a little while. You're forced to make this decision. You feel like that decision was taken away from you. And like I said, it could be a sneaky coworker, but it's like you're really stuck in a two phase. I have 3 2s. I have the Two of Coins, the Two of Swords, and the Two of Wands all in reverse. Now, let's start with the Two of Wands because it shows up with the Eight of Cups. So it talks about Two of Wands is always taking a path. Which path are you going to choose, A or B? Are you going left or right? Are you going dark or light? Now, the Two of Path. Okay, Kelly. The Two of Wands is showing up with the Eight of Cups, and it's talking about walking away, changing your direction, going a different way, trying something new. Those cups are blocking her way, so she can't go in that direction anymore. She's got to go forward, not backward. And this shows that this was kind of a forced transformation. It's not something that you wanted, but it's something that you will eventually celebrate. There'll be celebratory moments. It's going to be hard to get your life back on track. Maybe some of you have moved back in with friends or family, have lost everything. I can understand that. It's so hard to figure out who you are every time they do this to you. But there'll be celebratory moments, but it's not going to be in the same way that you think they'll be. With the Five of Cups, you've got an amount of devastation here. So this may not be the career that you end up in, but the one that you're in or going to will be satisfactory for you. It will be a nice change, less stress, more money. And I feel like you have the potential to grow in this new career or relationship it could be for you. It's just a matter of applying yourself, Pisces. That is what I have for you guys for this month. Trying to think of anything else. So you guys are just really learning. Yeah, I'll give you these last 3. The Two of Swords in reverse. So it's kind of like you were pushed into this decision. And I feel like maybe with the Seven of Swords in reverse, maybe you were blacklisted. I don't know. I'm sure there are plenty of contracting jobs where you can get blacklisted and no one's giving you work anymore, or it's forcing you to go into a different direction. With the Two of Coins, it's put everything out of balance. So I don't know if some of you have contractor jobs where you're blacklisted by somebody that was jealous. But I do feel a significant loss here. But remember, one of your first cards out here was, even though you're in a tower moment, go inside of yourself with the Hermit. And you've got the Sun coming. So it's just a matter of fighting through a little bit longer. Don't go inside yourself so deep that you get lost. It's just rebuilding a new frame of mind, a new set of morals, rebuilding. And I know it's hard, a new career. I had to do it at 37 and I'm 39. So that was a change because I always identified myself and identified with myself as a forensic rehab specialist. That's what I was. And then all of a sudden, now I'm a disabled person at home. So, I get it. It can go that quick. But just make sure that you don't get lost inside yourself too far that you don't come back out. All right, guys, that's really all I have for you this month. It's your girl Kelly coming straight at you for the Queen's Tarot B in Boston. And remember, today's good mood is sponsored by a whole lot of coffee. Yes, I'm pregnant, but at the same time, the only craving I have had has been caramel coffee. It has to be cold, though. Caramel iced coffee. So give the baby your coffee. If that's all she wants, she can have it. All right, guys, I'll catch you on the flip side. Keep in mind, you'll have another reading coming out in about 2 weeks. Bye, guys.